Hey you guys, it's Sonia. So I've been trying to think about how to do this video, considering what I've found out after having my retie by my cousin last night. So today's Monday. You can see my hair. Look how good that looks. You can see grid. You can see, yeah. Um, Give you a little view of the back. Everything looks nice. My locks look neat. This is the best my locks have looked in a very long time. As far as not looking fuzzy, because after my reties with my old consultant, my hair would still look fuzzy, especially at the root, and that was because she was not gathering all of that hair. So I went back and forth as to how to go about doing this video. Because the things I found out were upsetting. So I decided I'm just going to present facts. That's it. We're only going to deal with facts here. And the fact of the matter is, I was on a 6-week schedule with my reties. So during those 6 weeks, I would have new growth. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I started using the Wild Growth hair oil. But I also kept telling you guys that I thought or I felt like locks, like an entire lock, had come down. And that I had major new growth, especially in the back. And when I went to my cousin for my retie, she was appalled at the amount of new growth I had, because she said I had over 1 inch to 3 inches of new growth. And it was mostly in the perimeter, the back, and the sides where this was happening. So really my reties were only being done like in the front and the top, and to maybe right here. But when you got back here towards my nape and along my edges, these locks were totally neglected. And she only knows this because if you're sticking to your retie schedule and you're going when you're supposed to go, there's no way in the world you should have that much new growth. I know for a fact my hair doesn't grow that fast. My hair grows fast in the back, which is why that's the longest part of my hair. It's always been that way. But to have 3 inches of new growth and there were whole sections of my hair that hadn't been touched. Reties had not been done in whole sections of my hair. So you can imagine how I felt when she told me this. I was angry, but I also wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked, because I have that inkling myself. Because how on earth, first of all, my cousin said I do have 400 locks. But my cousin never understood how was she possibly getting my reties done in an hour or an hour and a half with this amount of hair that I have and the amount of locks that I have. I have a big head and I have a lot of hair. Reties typically take 3 to 4 hours, if not more, depending on that person's head, depending on their hair density, the length of their hair, the size of their locks. But you're getting me done in an hour to an hour and a half. How? You are not that fast. You cannot tell me that you was touching every single lock and retying every single lock on my head. You weren't. And it's clear because of the amount of locks that had so much new growth, which means they were never touched. And who knows how long they hadn't been touched. So you brag about how fast you are. Little did I know, and little do a lot of her customers know, that she's not touching all of your locks. There's no way. There's just simply no way she is. I have been with this person for a year. You had a year to do right by me. You had a year to do right by my hair, and you never did. You were all about the money. It was just, you ran your business and your shop like you were herding cattle, just getting them in and out, getting them to the slaughterhouse so you can get paid. So I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed, and I'm sad because this is a black woman doing this to other black women, taking total advantage of their time, their money, just everything. You know, I was tipping this person. I tipped this woman every single time I went to see her. Tipping is a courtesy. It's a common courtesy. You know, you receive a service, you tip. That's just how I see it. And, you know, I tipped you, and you still didn't care. You just cared about getting the money. You still didn't do right by my hair. And this is why videos like these, and, you know, women with sister locks who have these issues, who come across these frauds, these greedy, money-hungry frauds who only care about their money, getting your money, and don't give two squats about your hair. This is why they need to be exposed. This is why we have to do videos and Facebook posts and blog posts, because this is happening too much. I've heard this same story from so many people saying that they felt like their consultant or loctician was just pretending and tugging on their hair, pretending like they're retightening it, but they really weren't. They were skipping over locks and just trying to get them done real quick, fast, in a hurry, collect that money so they can go on to the next person. And that's sad. I really don't have the energy to be angry. I am angry, but I'm not like feeding it. I'm not feeding into it, because I had a feeling that this was happening. You know, after a while, you know, my reties never looked like a retie. They were fuzzy. When my husband saw me last night, when he picked me up, the first thing he said was, "Wow, your hair looks really good. Your hair hasn't looked like that since you first got it done." And I agree. My hair looks very good. It looks neat. It looks clean. My scalp, for once, looks neat and clean. And even though I told my consultant that I wasn't concerned about having the perfect grid and all this other stuff, not once in the year that I was seeing her did she take the time to make my grid look like this, to make my scalp, to have my scalp look neat. Not once. She was just doing reties on certain locks, on certain sections of my hair, taking my money, taking that tip, and rescheduling me for the next screw over. Yeah. This is why we have these conversations. This is why there are support groups for those with sister locks. This is why so many question and so many have issues with consultants, because they are not doing right by us. This is why we make these videos, y'all. And this is why I hope what I've gone through and what other people have gone through will help somebody else, so they can know the red flags. If something doesn't feel right to you, do something about it. Get out. Cut them loose. That is your right. Find somebody else. Get out. Find somebody else. Um, I'm just glad that I'm not in that space anymore. I'm glad that I made the move that I made. I wish I had done it sooner, but I am the type of person who will give you the benefit of the doubt. I will, until I see for myself without a shadow of a doubt that you're not doing right by me. And when I realize that you're not doing right by me, I drop you like a bad habit. I don't give you an explanation because at that, I don't. You don't owe. You're not owed an explanation because you know what you're doing to me. You know you're screwing me over. So yeah, bye, bye. I'm done. And that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel with this situation. I got out. I was still very nice about it, but once I see for a fact that you're not doing right by me, you're taking advantage of me, I'm done. And there's no going back. My husband said, don't burn bridges. That's not a bridge I want to go back over. Because if you screwed me over once before, you're going to do it again. And I'm not going to give you the chance to do it again. I'm not going to give her the chance to screw me over again. I will butcher my own hair and try to retighten it before I let her back in my head. You skipped over entire sections of my hair. You didn't even do the back of my head. Like, why would I go back to that? Why would I put myself through that? No, that's a bridge that, honey, is long gone. It's burnt. It's destroyed. It's ashes. That's not a bridge I'm crossing again. So, yeah, my cousin took 6 hours and she got my hair together. She got this grid together. She got all that new growth together. She fixed things. She combined locks where she saw that they needed to be combined. And I was happy with that. I was more than happy with that. That's what I wanted. That's what I expected. I think that's what consultants are supposed to do. And we had a good time. We laughed. We talked. We listened to jazz music. And it didn't even seem like it was 6 hours, to be completely honest. Her home is very nice, very comfortable. It was quiet. Her husband was there, but he stayed in the back, and it was very, very comfortable. We had a really good time. And she didn't feel rushed, and I kept telling her, don't take your time. Do what you have to do to get this hair together. And I totally appreciated it. So, yeah, that was my experience. That's what I found out. And my cousin was very appalled at what she saw. She saw a lot of neglect with my locks. Neglect in the sense of they weren't being retightened. She was skipping over whole sections of my head. And she went in and cleaned all that up. So, and you know what? The kind of person that my cousin is, she's so sweet and she's very kind. And she was very complimentary of my old consultant because she said that, she did right with my installation. My grid is spot on. My lock sizing is spot on. She gave me the right size for my head shape, my hair density, and she also gave me what I asked her for because I did ask for the biggest size locks that you could get for sister locks. So she did all those things. She got me established. It was the care afterward. Yeah. So yeah, I decided I would not give any more energy to the anger that I did feel initially because I was upset when my cousin, informed me of the shape that my locks truly were in with all that new growth. And here I am thinking that it was just slippage and entire locks had come down because I was feeling all this loose hair. No, that was neglect. Those were locks that hadn't been retightened in who knows how long. And she could look at a lock and tell that it hadn't been touched in a while. On top of me having 2 to 3 inches of new growth, especially back here, like all around the perimeter. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, this is why, when brand ambassadors and other consultants, then when they get mad about people doing YouTube videos or Facebook posts and starting support groups, and they get angry about it, this is why. This is why people make these videos and they speak out against the crooked consultants, the ones who just take advantage of you, who only want your money, who don't do right by you. They're not doing full reties. This is why people say the things that they do. Because there are people out there who claim to be sister-like consultants, and they're not behaving as such. They're not giving you the service. They're not giving you the quality of work. None of it. And, people need to be aware. They need to know what to look out for. And in my case, if anyone claims that they can get you in and out in an hour or an hour and a half, run. Do not let them in your head. They are lying to you. Absolutely lying to you. If someone claims that they're so fast they can get you out in 2 hours, yada yada, don't let the idea of being in and out with sister locks, don't let that fool you, because that's a lie, and shouldn't nobody be going that fast on your head, because if they are, they're not taking care of your hair. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing with your hair, and it's going to show. The proof will be in the pudding, honey. Believe you me. So, and if someone runs their shop like they're herding cattle, just a revolving door, getting you in and out, run. That's not a good thing. I would much rather deal with someone who works out of their home, a clean home that's comfortable without a lot of distractions. I would prefer that than going to a shop and dealing with somebody who's booked and overbooked, triple booked, and they just want to get you out as fast as possible because they have all these clients that they're trying to get to, all this money that they're trying to make. Don't do it. Look out for the red flags, y'all. Learn from my experience and from my mistakes. Don't settle. And don't be fooled by anybody who says they're so fast and they can get you in and out. They're not taking care of your hair. They're skipping over locks. They're skipping over whole sections of your hair. Don't let them do it. And they'll ruin your hair and rob you blind. So that's it, y'all. I'm on journey, the second leg of my journey with a new consultant. And I appreciate her. And it's always nice when it's family and, you trust them. They're in a clean house without riffraff or distractions. And it's somebody who cares about their work and who cares about your hair and making sure that your hair is in the right condition that it needs to be in. So that's my update, y'all. And yeah, bamboozled. That's what happened to me. Whole sections of my hair, not even touched. Whew, woosah, let it go. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hello to my new subbies. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.